Did the woman in the yard just deliver horror's most unsettling ending, or was it all in Ramona's mind? Here's what we think. The Woman in the Yard is an allegory for grief and guilt. The movie explores this through the eerie presence of the mysterious figure outside Ramona's home. In the final haunting moments, Ramona is forced to confront the spectre. But does this mean Ramona has finally faced her debilitating grief and overcome it? Or does this new environment indicate that she has allowed it to take her? Or is the spectral woman simply just a spooky specter? This ending is purposefully ambiguous but impactful. Throughout the movie, the lines are deliberately blurred between supernatural horror and psychological breakdown, meticulously building tension, fear, and panic. This brings Ramona's isolation and trauma front and center. The creeping figure in itself is an ominous and unnerving element, but it is more than just a terrifying presence. It symbolizes Ramona's spiraling mental state. The climax complicates the narrative brilliantly when the shrouded woman comes face to face with Ramona. This is when things get really twisty. The woman sends Ramona's children away before helping guide Ramona to put a gun to her own head. At that point, the specter is absorbed into Ramona's body. You may think that Ramona has made a tragic choice, but in the final shots, we see her alive and well, running to greet her children. That's not all, though. In a moment reminiscent of the spinning top in Inception, we see that Ramona's painting is mirrored. This links back to the way Ramona sees things in her dream world. This twist leaves audiences split between two compelling theories. Some interpret this scene as Ramona finally breaking free from her grief-induced paralysis, reclaiming control over her life. However, there is a much darker theory, which can be backed up by the unsettling, inverted shots and distorted reflections, that Ramona might have actually taken her life and crossed into the next life. There is one other potential option, however, and this might make you groan. It could be a take on the age-old "it was all a dream" trope. If Ramona and her husband were in a car accident, could it be that she is in fact experiencing all this in a coma? This would explain why she is completely stuck in the middle of nowhere, with no phone, no car, and no real escape. It would also explain Ramona's dreams and visions, and why the specter keeps telling her, "Today's the day." The endings still match with both theories above, but it paints the woman in a very different light. Either she is coming to take Ramona to the next life, or coming to wake her. Both would instill fear, either from death or from having to face a real life without her husband. The Woman in the Yard stands out because it refuses to hand viewers one option for a conclusion. The ambiguous ending resonates because audiences can choose to interpret it as psychological or supernatural horror, allowing them to determine Ramona's fate. The same element suggesting recovery and closure can also symbolize her permanent departure from the real world. Thanks for watching Screen Rant.